Well, perhaps the most iconic aspect of the Buffalo Bills is celebrating its golden anniversary this year. What is it? It is the team's current logo, the Charging Bison or Charging Buffalo, depending on who you ask. It debuted 50 years ago. And tonight, Channel 2's Rob Hackford has a little history lesson.
The red, white, and blue of the Buffalo Bills Charging Bison is an iconic calling card for a fan base.
Let's go, Buffalo!
It debuted back on April 5th, 1974, at the Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. The Bills had just finished their first winning season since 1966, and according to sports historian Greg Tranter,
and Buffalo, the team was looking for a more modern look.
The league tapped illustrator Stevens Wright, a guy from Long Beach, and the Charging Buffalo was born.
There was this all looking forward, moving forward. We want to be more progressive.
The logo isn't the oldest in the league, with original teams like the Packers and Steelers claiming that title, but it marked a new era.
The logos really started to become merchandisable. I think it's a pretty iconic logo, and it's an attractive logo, so I think it's, stood the test of time for that.
Buffalo Sports Museum, that's what we call it.
A logo in history, preserved by folks like John Boutte, a curator.
Basically, this is my basement.
And collector.
And that was the last year of the standing buys in 1973.
Using pennants, tickets, and programs to tell the team's early story. The Buffalo Bills' name and early imagery start with Buffalo Bill Cody, a cowboy and bison hunter. When the American Football League started in the early 60s, the Bills simply wore silver and royal blue.
And they didn't have an official logo on the helmet.
Their unofficial logo looked like this: 2 bison and 2 players inside a football, then one of each until 1969.
It goes back to Jack Kemp. It goes back to Cookie Gilchrist, Tom Sestak.
In 1970 came the standing bison.
You think of O.J. Simpson, Joe Ferguson, Ahmad Rashad, Bob Chandler. And I think when they had that idea that they wanted to show motion, they wanted to show force, they came up with a great logo. The guy that came up with it, Stevens Wright, he really had it right.
Boutte and Tranter said that artist ultimately redesigned the Patriots and 49ers logos.
That they never used. So this was really the only one, the Bills logo was the only one of the work that he did that they ever ultimately used.
And after 50 years, safe to say he got it right with the first one. The Bills Charging Bison or Buffalo, depending on who you ask.
Do I think this logo will continue on? I don't see any reason for it to change.
You could be anywhere in the world, and if you see somebody with a Bills logo on, you gotta go Bills right away. Because that's our logo. That's who we are. So it's great that it's 50 years old, and it looks like it's going to be around a lot longer.
Yeah, I can personally attest to that. Ran into somebody in Pittsburgh last weekend, and it was immediate connection. It was a lot of fun to put this story together. It's worth noting if you want to learn more about this